Hey everybody, Mark Edward Lewis here from CinemaSound.com. We're going to be doing a little tutorial here on Slack's movement for footsteps with the CinemaSound Foley Library. Now, when most people do Foley with footsteps, they just do footsteps. But what they neglect is the sound of the jeans or the pants moving back and forth. Now, obviously, you don't really have this with a dress, but with jeans or any kind of dress slacks, you really get that legs mashing together sound. And in the CinemaSound Foley Library, we've got lots of that. So you can see here, we've loaded up the dress slacks move knees loud short and the dress slacks move knees loud medium. Let's take a listen to what those sound like just for a minute here. Let's go to the short and the medium. My guess is we're probably just going to be needing the shorts. Let's just take a look at this scene here and see how we do. We got the footsteps in already. Shink, 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 shink. And you can see as the legs part or the legs cross on the screen, you can see that there should be some sound there. So we generally just kind of put this in between the footsteps. It's not too hard to do. And if we hold the keys down too long, it takes a little too long to do. So we want to allow the release of the key up, that's this right here. Let me show you, that's this key here, to be able to help us create a nice, shorter version of these already short sounds. Now, they're not quite short enough, but we can do that again with the key up. So if I hold it down, it's long. But if I pick it up, that last one we're not going to need. We'll double click, open up the piano roll notator. We'll get rid of this last one. And we'll take everything up a couple of frames just because I'm always a little late with what I see versus what I play. So this one's really weird. This one's early. Try to get back. Let's see where this one should be. Yeah, it's just way too early. That one's late. No, sorry, it was early. Back one. Nope, bring it up one more. Nope, it was good where it was. Now you're like, well, man, that's super loud. That's obnoxious. Well, and it totally is. Moreover, it's also way too bright. So what we want to do here, I'm going to bring up the library and slide it over here, is we have a high pass filter on, which is okay. And let's do a low pass filter, Moog low pass filter. Now, if you listen to it here, let me make sure I've got a controller built in. No, I don't. We will learn it as controller 2 in this case. Now I've got control with a knob. Now, if I just bring this down a little bit, it won't be so obnoxious. We'll still have to bring it down with volume, but let's see here. Bring it down just a little bit. Maybe too much. Not too bad. Feels like jeans now, doesn't it? Which is nice. We'll blend these together, and we'll also set in our key switch. So if we change key switches later, we won't get confused. Here's C0, so we know we're playing the correct patch or the correct bank in the layer. And now we'll just kind of bring down the volume altogether to give it a rough mix. Very subtle and very nice, and really creates that realism that we're looking for. And it's super easy to do in the CinemaSound Foley Library, as you can see, using the cutoff and using various filters, and of course the dynamics to cutoff, which we ended up playing. Yeah, and don't forget that when you hit the keyboard harder with the dynamics to cutoff setting on, it moves the filter for you, which is super, super awesome. And makes it feel like when you move closer and farther away. You can also use a bandpass to also do that. Let me show you here. The filter and the volume put together.
Even if you brace them.